Urinary system, as you have seen this in this figure, the organs involved in urinary systems, mainly kidney, right and left. Then we have got the ureter, then urinary bladder, then urethra. Other things which are involved in urinary system is renal vein, renal artery, vena cava, dorsal aorta. We will discuss one by one. The main function is of kidney. And if you see the anatomy of the kidney, you will find a major organ function and location. A pair of kidney which remove substances from the blood, form urine and help regulate certain metabolic process. What is that metabolic process? The waste product is excreted out from the after filtration from the kidney. Located high on the posterior wall of the abdominal cavity, it's a retroperitoneal, means at the backside, outside of the peritoneum. Retroperitoneal we call it, and it is in the posterior side of the abdominal wall, on the back side of your abdomen, means at the back, where the stomach ends. After that, it is located. Parts are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7. We can go through it. Function of the urinary system. The urinary system removes certain salts and nitrogenous waste. What is nitrogenous waste? When we take the protein, it is converted into nitrous oxide, and this is harmful for the body. So it has to be removed from the body. Also help maintain the normal concentration of the water and electrolyte within the body fluid. Means how much salt should be present in the blood and how much salt should be removed from the blood. How much water has to be retained in the body and how much to be removed from the body in the shape of urine. Regulate the pH and volume of the blood fluid. This kidney also maintain the pH, either acidic or basic. Blood pH is 7.2 or 7.3, which is alkaline in nature. This has been maintained by the regulatory process of the kidney. Help control red blood cells production and blood pressure. So this is also helping in the production of the RBCs. The kidney are bilateral, means there are two kidney bean-shaped organs, reddish brown in color as you have seen in the figure, and located in the posterior abdomen as shown in this figure, right? This is the figure. Their main function is to filter and excrete waste from the blood. They are also responsible for water electrolyte balance in the body, as has been mentioned before. Metabolic waste and excess electrolytes are excreted by the kidney to form the urine. Urine is transported from the kidney to the bladder by the ureter. It leaves the body via the urethra, which open out the perineum in the female and passes through the penis in the male. This is the figure shown over here, the kidney, ureter and urinary bladder. Abdominal position where the kidneys are located. The kidney lies retroperitoneal, means at the back of the peritoneum, behind the peritoneum, in the abdomen, either side of the vertebral column. They are typically extended from T thoracic 12 to lumbar 3 vertebrae. Although the right kidney is often situated slightly lower due to the presence of the liver. Each kidney is approximately 3 vertebrae 3 vertebra in length. The adrenal gland sits immediately superior to the kidneys within a separate envelope of the renal fascia. We call it adrenal gland as a suprarenal gland also. Kidney structure. The kidney are enclosed in complex layer of fascia and fat. They are arranged as a follows: deep to superficial. Renal capsule, tough fibrous capsule. Perirenal fat, collection of the extrapyramidal fat, peritoneal fat. Renal fascia, also known as the Gerota's fascia or perirenal fascia, enclose the kidney and the suprarenal glands. Pararenal fats mainly located on the posterolateral aspect of the kidney. क्लास ले रहे हैं, वहां जाओ, आवाज पड़ेगी। Internally, the kidney have an intricate and unique structure. The renal parenchyma can be divided into two main areas: outer cortex and inner medulla. Means the kidney cells are divided into two areas. One is the cortex and another is medulla. The cortex extends into the medulla, dividing it into the triangular shape. These are known as the renal pyramids. Apex of a renal pyramid is called a renal papilla. Each renal papilla is associated with a structure known as the minor calyx, which collects urine from the pyramid. Several minor calyxes merge to form a major calyx. Urine passes through the major calyces into the renal pelvis, a flattened and funnel-shaped structure. From the renal pelvis, urine drains into the ureter, which transports it to the bladder for storage. The medial margin of each kidney is marked by a deep fissure known as the renal hilum. This acts as a gate to the kidney. Normally, the renal vessels and ureter enter and exit the kidney via the structure. Here, whatever I have explained you can see in this figure. There is a renal pyramid in green shape, pyramid in shape, renal pelvis, major calyxes, minor calyxes, ureter, and renal pelvis. So this is a very clear figure which show you whatever we have learned in theory. This is another figure, the same, which I have shown above. Now we talk about the anatomical relationship. The kidney sits in close proximity to many other abdominal structures which are important to be aware of clinically. हमें पता होना चाहिए कि किडनी के दाएं बाएं कौन कौन से ऑर्गन्स मौजूद हैं. एंटीरियर साइड यानी किडनी के सामने वाले पोर्शन में लेफ्ट साइड पे और राइट साइड पे क्या होता है. लेफ्ट साइड पे सुप्रारेनल ग्लैंड होता है, स्प्लीन होती है, स्टमक होता है, पेनक्रियाज होता है, लेफ्ट कोलिक फ्लक्शन यानी नर्व्स होते हैं कोलोन की, जुजिनम होता है. और राइट साइड पे इसी के किडनी के लेफ्ट किडनी के राइट साइड पे क्या होता है, किडनी के एंटीरियर साइड की बात कर रहे हैं, लेफ्ट और राइट साइड. सुप्रारेनल ग्लैंड है जैसे वहां नजर आ रहा है, लीवर है, जुडिनम है और राइट कोलिक फ्लक्शन है. तो लेफ्ट कोलिक फ्लक्शन था लेफ्ट पे, ये राइट कोलिक फ्लक्शन है. राइट कोलिक फ्लक्शन का मतलब है, रीनल कोलिक फ्लक्शन का मतलब है ये नर्व्स है. पोस्टीरियर साइड पे किडनी में क्या होगा, डायफ्राम है, 11th and 12th रिब्स होती है, सॉक्स मेजर मसल्स है, क्वाड्रेटस मसल्स है, लंबोरम एंड ट्रांसवर्सेस एब्डोमेनिस मसल्स है, सबकॉस्टल पसलियां हैं, इलियो हाइपोगैस्ट्रिक एंड इलियो इंक्वायरल नर्व्स मौजूद है यहाँ पे लेफ्ट साइड पे। राइट साइड में डायफ्राम है, 12 रिब्स है, सॉस मेजर है, मसल्स ऑर्डेटस है, लंबो रम एंड ट्रांसवर्सिस एब्डोमिनस मसल्स हैं, सबकोस्टल है, इलियो हाइपोगैस्ट्रिक एंड इलियो इंक्वायरल नर्व्स है। तो ये बताने का मकसद है कि किडनी कहाँ लोकेटेड है, उसके दाएं बाएं क्या है, लेफ्ट राइट। इसकी आर्टरी सप्लाई को अगर हम देख लें, द किडनी आर सप्लाइड विद ब्लड वाया द renal artery which arise directly from the abdominal aorta immediately distant to the origin of the superior mesenteric artery. Due to the anatomical position of the abdominal aorta slightly to the left of the midline, the right renal artery is longer and crosses the vena cava posteriorly. The renal artery enters the kidney via the renal hilum. At the hilum level, the renal artery forms an anterior and posterior division which carries 75% and 25% of the blood supply to the kidney respectively. Five segmental arteries originate from these two divisions. To understand the arterial supply, you have to go through the figures which I have shown you in starting of this chapter. The avascular plane of the kidney, where the vessels are not present, line of the Brodel, is an imaginary line along the lateral and slightly posterior border of the kidney, which delineated the segment of the kidney supplied by the anterior and posterior division. It is an important access route for both open and endoscopic surgical access of the kidney, as it minimizes the risk of damage to major arterial branches. No, the renal artery branches are anatomical and arterial. There is no communication between the vessels. This is of the crucial importance as trauma or obstruction in one artery branch will eventually lead to ischemia and necrosis of the renal parenchyma supplied by this vessel. The segmental branches of the renal undergo further division to supply the renal parenchyma. Each segmental artery divides to form interlobal arteries. They are situated either side even renal pyramid. These anterior arteries undergo further division to form the arcuate arteries. At 90 degrees to the arcuate arteries, the interlobular arteries arise. The interlobular arteries pass through the cortex, dividing one last time to form efferent arterioles. The efferent arterioles form a capillary network and glomerulus which filtration take place. The capillary comes together to form the efferent arterioles. In the outer two-thirds of the renal cortex, the efferent arterioles form what is known as the peritubular network, supplying the nephron tubes with oxygen and nutrients. The inner third of the cortex and the medulla are supplied by the long straight arteries called the vasa recta. Here it is shown over here in the figure, inferior vena cava, right renal vein, left renal vein, branch of the vena cava, inferior, then abdominal aorta, From the abdomen we get the lateral renal artery. So these arteries and veins branches are shown over here. We have shown a kidney with different angles. One from the anterior side, one from the posterior, one from the lateral side, right? Clinical relevance. What is the importance of the kidney in the clinical? Variation in artery supply to the kidney. The kidney present a great variety in arterial supply. This person to person it varies. These variations may be explained by the ascending course of the kidney in the retroperitoneal space from the original embryological site of the formation pelvis to the final destination lumbar area. During this course, the kidney are supplied by a connective tissue branches of the iliac vessels and the aorta. Usually, the lower branches become atrophic and vanish, while new, higher ones supply the kidney during its ascent. Accessory arteries are common in about 25% of patients. An accessory artery is any supernumerary artery that reaches the kidney. If a supernumerary artery does not enter the kidney through the hilum, it is called aberrant. Here you can see how the kidney receives the blood and send it back to the veins. Main renal artery, supernumerary arteries, accessory arteries, then aberrant artery. Venous drainage. Kidneys are drained of venous blood by the left and right renal vein. They leave the renal hilum anteriorly to the renal arteries and empty directly into the inferior vena cava. As the vena cava lies slightly to the right, the left renal vein is lower and travels anterior to the abdominal aorta below the origin of the superior mesenteric artery. The right renal artery lies posterior to the inferior vena cava. Then there is also a lymphatic system. Lymph, lymph from the kidney, lymph from the kidney drain into the lateral aortic or para-aortic lymph nodes, which are located at the origin of the renal artery. Clinical relevance: congenital abnormalities of the kidney, pelvic kidney. In utero, the kidney develop in the pelvis region and ascend to the lumbar retroperitoneal area. This kidney develop in the pelvic area, but it will descend, go down, and located at the lumbar area. Occasionally, one of the kidney can fail to ascend and remain in the pelvis, usually at the level of the common iliac artery. Horseshoe kidney, this is anomaly. Horseshoe kidney, also known as a cake kidney or a fused kidney, is where the two developing kidneys fuse into a high horseshoe-shaped structure. This occurs if the kidney becomes too close together during their ascent and rotation from the pelvis to the abdomen. They become fused at their lower poles, the stemma, and consequently become stuck underneath the inferior mesenteric artery. This type of kidney is still drained by two ureters, although the pelvises and the ureter remain anterior due to the incomplete rotation and is usually asymptomatic, although it can be prone to obstruction. Another clinical relevance is renal cell carcinoma, means cancer of the kidney. The kidney is often the site of tumor development, most commonly renal cell carcinoma, due to the segmental vascular supply of the kidney. It is often feasible to ligate the relative artery and vein and remove the tumor with a safe zone of L surrounding parenchymal partial nephrectomy without removing the entire kidney or compromising its total vascular supply by ischemia. Now we talk about some of the relevant thing, that is, what is the fundamental unit of the kidney? Nephron is a fundamental unit or functional unit of the kidney that produce urine in the process of removing waste and excess substances from the blood, consists of renal corpuscles and renal tubules. Renal tubules, the part of a nephron that leads away from a glomerulus, causes reabsorption and secretion. The difference between the two is that corpuscles is used for the filtration while the tubules is used for the reabsorption and secreting waste away. This is a figure you can see. We have taken out a single nephron from the kidney. Under the microscope, we have observed that this is consists of glomerulus, which is a bunch of vessels, arteries, and it is placed in the capsule known as Bowman capsule. And from there is a proximal end of the tubule, convoluted tubule, and it will reach there. There is a kidney cortex and medulla. This glomerulus and proximal end is located in the cortex, and the loop of Henle is located in the medulla. Then it will move, ascend, make the distal convoluted tubule, and that distal convoluted tubule will join, attach with the collecting tubule, in which they throw the urine, and it will come out through the urethra and out of the body. Urine formation in the nephron, you can see how it is formed. Glomerulus filtration create a plasma-like filtrate of the blood. Tubular reabsorption remove useful solutes from the filtrate, return them to the blood. ये वापस कर देता है जो भी बेकार चीजें होती हैं, जो वेस्ट निकल जाता है और उसमें कोई काम की चीज हो तो ये वापस कर देता है ब्लड को. ये नजर आ रहा है आपको एरो के साथ. Tubular secretion removes additional waste from the blood and added them to the filtrate. Water conservation, remove water from the urine and return it to the blood concentration waste. So you can see it is giving back water, it is giving back other things, salts which is required by the body. So here is a renal capsule, we call it Bowman capsule. Then there is a flow of the filtrate. Then the useful filtrate are written to the blood vessels. You can see over here. There. Then peritubular capillary, and it will, in the same way, it will give water back to the body. So this is all about our urinary system, which we have just studied. Now, few things important we have to discuss once more. For example, this figure is very important. You must remember a pair of kidney which remove substances from the blood from urine and help regulate certain metabolic process located highly on the posterior wall of the abdominal cavity. Now, the first thing is a renal pyramid. You can see with the line, this has been mentioned, the dark brown. This is renal pyramid, interlobular artery number 2. You can see the arteries are there. Then renal vein 3. Then we have got 4, 3 is artery, 4 is vein, 5 is renal hilum, right? This portion is known as renal hilum, which is shown with the bracket. Then we have got the ureter, which is 7. The ureter is coming out from the kidney, collecting the urine and throwing it back into the ureter, urinary bladder. Then we have got the minor calyx. You can see number 8, minor calyx. Then we have got the renal capsule, number 9, coming out the capsule. Number 10, inferior renal capsules. You can see on the lower side there is a capsule from the kidney. And then we have got superior renal capsule, 11. And then we have got the interlobular vein, 12. And then we have cortical nephron in cortex, 13. Right? 14 minor calyx, 15 major calyx, and then we have got renal papilla and renal column, 17. So this figure is very important. You have to remember this figure to understand the whole kidney structure. Once you understand the structure of the kidney, then you can understand the function of the kidney. But because this is an anatomy in which we learn about the structure. So once you understand the structure, then you can understand other things like the functions. Few functions are very important. Means retention of the salts, removal of the salts from the body, and nitrous material waste, which is after metabolism. These nitrous waste are accumulated in the body and it has to be removed. Then retention of water and electrolyte is very important. In electrolyte, sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, and everything. The regulation of the pH of the body, pH of sputum, pH of blood, pH of stomach. Stomach has got acidic pH. Blood has got alkaline pH. Then kidney also help in RBC's production and blood pressure. Blood pressure is controlled by the enzyme which is produced in the kidney, which is known as renin. It will combine with the angiotensin produced by the liver, parenchymal cells, and convert into angiotensin 1 and then angiotensin 2, and angiotensin 2 is responsible for vasoconstriction and causes the blood pressure. So this is very important enzyme produced by the kidney. As I've mentioned you, there are two kidneys bilaterally, left and right, reddish brown in shape, color, and located at the posterior of the abdomen, means at the back side of the abdomen, and outside the peritoneum. Peritoneum is a membrane which is surrounded and covered all the organs, but this is out of that peritoneum and on the posterior of the abdomen. Kidney form the urine. Urine is then collected into the ureter, and from ureter it will go to the urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder it will go to the urethra, and then it is expelled out from the body. Here I've shown you the figure. You can see the two kidneys, left and right. Right side liquid located liver, and left side located spleen. And then there is a tube comes out from the kidney which is known as ureter, and urine is collected into the sac which is known as urinary bladder. Because we are studying anatomical position, in anatomy we have to see where it is located, the kidney. Number one, what is the most important? It's a retroperitoneal limb. Means behind the peritoneum, not inside the peritoneum, outside the peritoneum, in the abdomen. Located at the level of thoracic 12 vertebra to lumbar 3 vertebra. There are 12 thoracic vertebra, 1 to 12, and their lumbar are 5 vertebrae. So location is T12 to L3. Right kidney is slightly lower because of the presence of liver. So this is our anatomy. Important things are there. Each kidney is approximately 3 vertebrae in length. On the kidney, there is a gland known as the adrenal gland or suprarenal gland. Kidney structure. The kidney are encased in complex layer of the fascia and fat. Means kidney is covered with a thick sheet and fat. They are arranged as follows, deep to the superficial. Renal capsule, tough fibrous capsule, is surrounding all the kidney. Perirenal fat, collection of the extraperitoneal fat. Renal fascia, also known as the Gerota fascia or perirenal fascia, enclose the kidney and the suprarenal gland. Pararenal fat is mainly located on the posterior aspect of the kidney. You can see the nature has given a good support to the kidney for any shock. आपने देखा होगा कमर में लात पड़ती है, कभी घूसा पड़ता है, कभी गिर जाते हैं, कभी चोट लग जाती है, और ये रेट्रोपेरिटोनियल है, यानी ये पेरिटोनियम के बाहर है और जो बैक की हमारी स्किन की दीवार है उसके अंदर है ये, तो ये तो एक्सपोज है। अगर इतना इसको एक तरफ किडनी के बारे में फाशिया चढ़ा दिया, एक तरफ जो है किडनी के ऊपर फैट चढ़ा दी, ठीक है ना, तो किडनी फुली कवर्ड है, प्रोटेक्टेड है फॉर एनी शॉक। अंदर से अगर हम किडनी को देखें काट के तो हमें दो पोर्शंस किडनी के नजर आते हैं, और वो एक सेल है पेरेन्काइमल सेल से बनी हुई है किडनी। अब ये पेरेन्काइमल में दो तरीकों में डिवाइड हुए हैं, एक का नाम है कॉर्टेक्स और एक का नाम है मेडुला। कॉर्टेक्स जो है वो अंदर से बाहर वाली लेयर है और मेडुला जो है वो बीच वाली लेयर है। कॉर्टेक्स एक्सटेंडेड द मेडुला into the medulla, dividing it into triangular shape. These are known as the renal pyramid. Apex of the renal pyramid is called the renal papilla. ये हमें समझना होगा। उसको समझने के लिए आपके पास एक फिगर मौजूद है यहाँ पे, इस फिगर को आपने देखना होगा और इससे आपने पढ़ना होगा। Urine passes through the major calyces into the renal pelvis, a flattened and funnel-shaped structure. रीनल पैलिस में यूरिन बन के आ जाता है मेजर कैलेक्सिस से। रीनल पैलिस में यूरिन ड्रेन इनटू द यूरेटर, वहां से यूरेटर में चला जाता है और उसके बाद ब्लैडर में आ जाता है, ब्लैडर में स्टोर होगा। यूरिनरी ब्लैडर जो थैली की शक्ल है, बैग की शक्ल है, जिसके अंदर ये कलेक्ट हो जाता है. The medial margin of kidney is marked by a deep fissure known as the renal hilum. This acts as a gateway to the kidney. Normally, the renal vessels and the ureter enter exit the kidney via this structure. Urine passes through the major calyxes into the renal pelvis. The median margin of each kidney is marked by a deep fissure known as the renal hilum. This acts as a gateway to the kidney. Normally, the renal vessels and ureter enter and exit the kidney via this structure. You can see the internal structure of the kidney. There is a renal pelvis where the urine is collected and drained into the ureter. From ureter to the urinary bladder and urinary bladder to urethra and expel out. And then kidney we have got different type of cortex and medulla gland, renal pyramids, major calyx, minor calyxes. Then we talk about the anatomical relationship. The kidney set in close proximity to major other abdominal structures which are important to the aware of clinically. What is left side of the anterior and posterior side? What is on the left side of the kidney and what is on the right side of the kidney? This is important to understand at the interior side. मीन सामने की तरफ से अगर आप देखें किडनी को तो क्या क्या चीजें हैं किडनी के सामने एंटीरियर साइड और बैक साइड पे किडनी का क्या है. एंटीरियर साइड पे इसके सुप्रारीनल ग्लैंड है, स्प्लीन है, स्टमक है, पेनक्रियास है, लेफ्ट कोलिक फ्लक्शर है एंड जिजिनम. ये जिजिनम क्या होता है? स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन का पार्ट है. जिजिनम यानी इलियम का बीच वाला हिस्सा पड़ता है लेफ्ट साइड पे. एंटीरियर साइड पे राइट साइड पे जो है वो सुप्रारीनल ग्लैंड है, लीवर है, ड्यूडेनियम है और राइट कोलिक फ्लक्शर है. राइट कोलिक फ्रैक्चर क्या है? ये नर्व का बंच है। पोस्टीरियर साइड यानी बैक साइड पे क्या होगा? लीवर इस किडनी के डायफ्राम है, 11 और 12वीं रिब है, सॉस मेजर मसल्स है, तो quadratus lumborum एंड ट्रांसवर्सस एब्डोमिनस है, सबकॉस्टल इलियो एपिगैस्ट्रिक एंड इलियो इंग्वाइनल नर्व्स है, डायफ्राम है, एंड इलियो इंग्वाइनल नर्व है। ऐसे डायफ्राम है 12th रिब पे, सॉस मेजर है, क्वाड्रेटस है, लंबोबैरियम है, ट्रांसवर्सिस है, एब्डोमेनिस है, सबकोस्टल इलियो हाइपोगैस्ट्रिक एंड इलियो इन्वेरो नर्व है। इसकी आर्टरी सप्लाई की हमने बात की थी, इसको मैं रिवाइज इसलिए कर रहा हूँ ताकि आपको अच्छी तरीके से याद हो जाए कि आर्टीरियल सप्लाई में है किडनी आर सप्लाइड विद द ब्लड वाया द रीनल आर्टरीज which arise directly from the abdominal aorta, immediately distal to the origin of the superior mesenteric artery. Due to the abdominal position of the aorta slightly to the left of the midline, the right renal artery is longer and comes across the vena cava posterior. The renal artery enters the kidney via the renal hilum. At the hilum level, renal artery form the anterior and posterior division which carries 75% and 25% of the blood supply to the kidney. यानी जो एंटीरियर आर्टरी है ना, रीनल आर्टरी, वो तकरीबन 75% ब्लड सप्लाई करती है किडनी को, और जो पोस्टीरियर आर्टरी है वो 25% सप्लाई करती है। अच्छा, वैसे अगर आप देखें जो हमारा हार्ट से ब्लड आता है बॉडी की तरफ, उसका 20% किडनी फिल्टर कर देती है, ठीक है। अगर हम उस तरीके से ले लें कि एक कार्डियक स्ट्रोक में, यानी एक दफ़ा हार्ट जब कंट्रैक्ट करता है तो 70 सीसी ब्लड निकालता है, तो 70 का 20% है तो 14 ml ब्लड जो है ये प्यूरिफाई हो जाता है, इससे किडनी से। 5 segmental arteries originating from these two divisions. Avascular plane of the kidney, line of the border is an imaginary line along the lateral and slightly posterior border of the kidney which reline the segment of the kidney supplied by the anterior and posterior division.
होता है, इसके पहले तो इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं होती। एक बंदा हमारे यहाँ आ रहे हैं टीचर साहब के, अभी अभी लेटर दिया उन्होंने और अभी कह रहे हैं
Renal artery branches are anatomically and arteries. There is no communication between the vessels. This is of a critical, crucial importance, or a trauma or obstruction is one arterial branch will eventually lead to the ischemia and necrosis of the renal parenchyma. The segmental branches of the renal undergoes function division to supply the renal parenchyma. Each segment arteries divide to form interlobular arteries that are situated either side every renal parameter. These interlobular arteries undergoes further division to form the arcuate arteries at 90 degrees to the arcuate arteries. The interlobular arteries arise. The interlobular arteries pass through the cortex, dividing one last time to form the afferent arterioles. The afferent arteries form a capillary network, the glomerulus, where filtration takes place. The capillaries come together to form the efferent arterioles. In the outer two-thirds of the renal cortex, the efferent arterioles form what is known as a peritubular network, supplying the nephron tubes with oxygen and the nutrients. The inner third of the cortex and the medulla are supplied by the long straight arteriole called the vena recta. ये यहाँ पे इसका फिगर दिया हुआ है। फिगर में काफ़ी चीज़ें आपको बताई गई हैं। यहाँ पे आपको इंफीरियर वेना कैवा नज़र आ रहा है, यहाँ पे आपको राइट रीनल वेन नज़र आ रही है, यहाँ आपको रीनल आर्टरी नज़र आ रही है, ठीक है ना। और जो किडनी को जा रही है आर्टरी आयोटा से निकल के, लेफ्ट रीनल आर्टरी और राइट रीनल आर्टरी नज़र आ रही है, एब्डोमिनल आयोटा नज़र आ रहा है। ये सारी चीज़ें, ये आपको मैंने 3 व्यू दिखाए हैं किडनी के, राइट और लेफ्ट किडनी की व्यूज बताए हैं मैंने आपको, एंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर और लेटरल व्यूज बताए हैं आपको। कुछ क्लिनिकल रेलिवेंस भी मैंने आपसे डिस्कस की थी, ठीक है ना, कि क्लिनिकल रेलिवेंस क्या है, यानी क्लिनिकली क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है ये, ठीक है ना। किडनी प्रेजेंट अ ग्रेट वैरायटी इन आर्टरी सप्लाईज. These variation may be explained by the ascending course of the retroperitoneal space from the original embryonic physiological side of the function. होता ये है कि किडनी जब बनती है ना, वो पेल्विस, ये पेल्विस में बनती है और ये डिसेंट हो जाती है रेट्रोपेरिटोनियम। यानी पेल्विस में होके ऊपर की तरफ आती है, ठीक है ना किडनी। इसके अंदर कभी कभी वही रह जाती है, तो इलियक वेसल्स वगैरह आयोटा वगैरह उसके साथ तो जुड़े हुए होते हैं। यूजुअली द लोअर ब्रांचेस बिकम एट्रोफिक and vanish while new higher one is supply the kidney during this its essence. जब ये ऊपर आती है तो क्या होता है, इसमें किडनी का साइज छोटा हो जाता है। Accessory arteries are common in about 25% of the patients. An accessory artery is an supranumerary artery that reach the kidney. If a supranumerary artery does not enter the kidney through the hilum, it is called the aberrant. This is all about for today. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा इस फिगर को भी देख लीजिएगा। इसमें जो आर्टरीज वगैरह दिए, मेन आर्टरीज, मेन आर्टरी क्या होती है, सुपर न्यूमेररी आर्टरी क्या होती है, एबरेंट आर्टरी क्या होती है, ये चेक कर लीजिएगा, ठीक है। वेनस ड्रेनेज भी पढ़ लीजिएगा। लिम्फेटिक जो है, ये कई एनोमलीज हैं। हॉर्सशू किडनी होती है घोड़े के जो पाँव की तरह, ठीक है ना। रीनल कार्सिनोमा होता है। फिर मैंने नेफ्रॉन की बात की, एक यूनिट क्या होता है, फंडामेंटल यूनिट नेफ्रॉन। इसके अंदर जो है वोमेन कैप्सूल्स है, ग्लोमेरुलस है, प्रॉक्सिमल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल है, डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल है, यूरिथ्रा है, यूरिटर है, ये सारी चीज़ें इसमें मौजूद है। ठीक है। फिर यूनिट फॉर्मेशन का मैंने पूरा आपको डिटेल बता दिया इसमें, वो भी देख लीजिएगा। ठीक है।